And here we go for part two about talk about suicide methods and prevention. Hopefully, is I just finished talking about why people commit suicide, finances, and relationships. Another one is bullying. Well, if you're going to kill yourself over bullying, the bullies obviously won the battle. The true battle is can you deal without the bullying? Almost all the bullying nowadays, except from the era that I grew up in back in the 70s, is all by media, cell phones, MySpace. Well, nobody uses MySpace anymore. Facebook, Twitter, all this other stuff. Oh, I'm being harassed. I'm being told I'm fat. Oh my God. You know how many good looking young ladies that I've seen on the internet that committed suicide over media bullying? Oh, they don't love me. They tell me I'm fat. Well, come on my way. I'll tell you how beautiful you are. And what do? They stick a rope around their neck and hang themselves. I will teach the world. I will teach those bullies. The last lap is on me. Well, it seems like they won and you're dead. This cyber bully stuff is one of the most stupidest reasons why of suicide I have ever heard. The stupidest. Change your email. Log off. Change your Twitter account. How about move to another fucking neighborhood? Go to a different school. Turn the internet off. That's easy. There's a button. Click. Turn it off. Oh my God. Oh, I can't live without my media. Give me a fucking break. Oh, these boys, they're picking on me. Oh, I don't know what to do. I'm being bullied because I'm a gentle soul. Fuck. How about fucking fighting back like I did? When I got bullied in school, I got picked on because I wore glasses and had a pimply face, and I was short. So what if I go home with bumps, bruises, and a fucking bloody nose? I fucking fought back. Fight back. Oh, I can't do it. I'm just a gentle soul, so I'm going to kill myself, jump off a bridge. The problem is, with suicide in this generation, it's the pussy generation. The wimps. The safe spaces. The, oh my God, I'm being bullied. What am I going to do? Turn off the internet or get your parents to put you in a different school. You don't need it. But you can get on with your lives. The suicide rate for young people, the millennial era, is a lot higher than veterans. The entire internet, you can go to YouTube and you can just see pages and pages filled with suicide. And almost all of them were younger people under the age of 40. Most of them under the age of 30 and 25. So killing yourself over cyberbullying or physical bullying is a bunch of crap. Turn the internet off or put up your fucking dukes. Okay? That's another reason why. Other reasons is peer pressure. All these people are giving me so much pressure. Man, I don't know. I'm way in over my head. I can't deal with this job, or I can't deal with this kind of schooling. The college is just overwhelming me. My parents want me to be such a great, great student and a overachiever, which I mentioned earlier. I read a number of people that killed themselves over peer pressure because they just didn't want to deal with it. So they just take a handful of pills and down that son of a bitch, a whole friggin' thing of alcohol. Next you know, they're dead as fuck. So there's another example. I think personally the only kind of suicide I would consider is acceptable is for medical reasons. If you're dying of cancer, which is extremely painful. You're taking morphine and pills like my mother did. My mom was dying of emphysema and she never told me about it. And she was on morphine. She did not commit suicide. She died in the hospital while I was in Iraq. Horrible way to go. So if you're dying of types of cancers, multiple sclerosis, Lou Gehrig's disease is another prime example. And of course, unless you're paralyzed and crippled, that you're in constant pain every day, every moment, I can understand you want to kill yourself. Hell, I don't want to sit there and live with pain every friggin' day just to wake up and see the colors of my room or the house or the posters or listen to music, and you're listening to all that stuff, the things that you find most important in your lives. For me, it's music, movies, books, the outdoors, the colors, the everything. And if that becomes too much and you're more concentrated on the pain, then I can understand why you would want to kill yourself. I believe it's acceptable. But not all the previous reasons I gave. Not all the previous reasons. All those previous reasons you can deal with, ladies and gentlemen. You can deal with that. It just takes a little bit of willpower. A little bit of willpower to put that cell phone down and turn it off. Or you broke up with someone you loved and you just sit there saying, damn, go out more. Go to more clubs. Meet other people. Financially, you're fucked. You can always do a bankruptcy and start over. If you can't live that lifestyle, then, try not to get into that lifestyle. I went from Mercedes to driving a fucking broken down Prius. Well, make adjustments. Adjust fire. Stay in your lane. It's not worth putting a bullet in your head. A lot of people's got decades to live. Decades. So think about this. Now, as per prevention, that's basically what we're talking about. Make a phone call to the suicide hotline if you have to. Call a good friend. Call a mother, a father, a brother, a sister, an uncle. Your pastor. Call a doctor. An actual doctor. My own mental health doctor I had for 10 years. And we would have our talks once a month. Great guy. And he generally gave a shit. Talked about when I attempted suicide. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. 3 different times. I'm sure in my comments below, someone will say, why don't you put a bullet in your own fucking head? Well, I tried it, and the fucking weapon did not discharge. It jammed. Another time I took some pills. After about 15 minutes, I threw up violently. And I flushed out my system by drinking a lot of water, a lot of orange juice, which I didn't have to go to the hospital. Another time was driving at high speed in my vehicle, and I tried to go off the road into a ditch, and I was all determined of just flying into that ditch doing about 100 miles an hour, but I got cut off on the freeway, and I had to slow down and come to a stop because of traffic. I didn't want to rear end other cars and kill anybody. If it wasn't for the sudden stop in traffic, I was going to veer off and go right off the embankment, which was like a 15-foot drop. So, you got to find a reason why to live. Now, I have my reasons why to live, so I don't even think about suicide anymore. I don't even think about it. Unless something medical has come up. It's like, yo, hey, Jeff, guess what? This is Dr. Whoever. Guess what, bro? You got Lou Gehrig's disease. Holy fuck. Because within 4 years, you're a dead man. That would be the kind of time that you would probably want to fucking off yourself. Because by that time, you're going to be, inside of 3 years, you're going to be laying in a bed with a fucking tube stuck down your throat and you can't move because you're paralyzed. Those are the kind of reasons. You know, same thing with cancers and all that other stuff. So you got to find a reason why to stick around. Got to find a way to stick around. And you got to fight through that. Yeah, it sucks, but it's a battle you have to fight with every day. They got pills out for all this stuff now. Just tons and tons and tons of pills. I got a whole shelf full of pills for dealing with post-traumatic stress and sleeping disorders and all that other stuff. I got 5 different bottles of shit. If you have to take medicine, take it. But at the same time, don't overdo it. Find out what works for you. Try to do something positive if you are feeling bad. Go work out in a gym. Do some jogging. Ride a bicycle. Walk your dog. Talk to a friend. Deal with it. Find a way to deal with it. Because I have. I guess this will be the end of what? Part 2. We're going to go on to a very brief part 3, and then we'll just sign off. Hua.